Come on, guys. We should head next door because therapy's about to start in like 5 minutes.
I don't want to talk about my problems today. I don't feel like being all vulnerable and girly.
You know what I do when I need a break? I come up with a decoy problem. I take a magazine and go to the letters to the editor. Here, Fish and Stream. Every time it says bass, substitute the word mother.
Dear editor, my wife always complains when I ask her to clean my largemouth mother.
Bingo, you're in.
Yeah. Oh, hey there, Claire.
Hey, Claire.
Oh, hi, guys.
Hey, cheer up, you idiot.
Don't talk to her like that, you suckwad.
No, it's the name of the book I'm reading, Cheer Up, You Idiot, by Dr. Nancy Anderson.
It's a bestseller. It really helped me with my self-esteem. Until you called me a suckwad.
Nancy and I went to graduate school together. She was always on the fast track.
Well, then why don't you call her for some career advice?
Why would I need career advice from Nancy?
You don't. I meant that maybe you could give her career advice on how to slow down and not have so much success before she's 30 when she doesn't know what to do with it. That's a lovely skirt.
Look, would I like to have Nancy's success? Sure, but people who get these kinds of book deals have to devote their entire lives to self-promotion. I would rather spend my time with my patients.
Nancy spends her time in Bordeaux with her husband, William, who won the America's Cup.
Bordeaux. What a schlep.
Fellas, you thinking what I'm thinking?
That Claire was coming on to me right there at the end?
No. That since we're Claire's patients, maybe we're the ones holding her back.
So what? She's always holding us back. Wait, she holds us back from doing stupid things. Okay, I see your point.
I just don't want Claire thinking that I'm the dead weight around her neck that stopped her from achieving her dreams. You know, I'll get enough of that when I'm married and then again when I have kids.
You know, if Claire gets the idea that we're dragging her down, sooner or later she's going to drop us as patients.
And instead of dragging her down, we should try to help her. You know, get her name out there, try to raise her profile.
Yeah, then maybe she'd get a book deal like Dr. Nancy. Or an antidepressant named after her.
Clairitonin. I'd take that.
Let's make Claire into a psychological big shot.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, but what if she gets too big and then raises her raise?
Then we drive her career right back down.
Her name's Claire Garletti. Now, the angle I would take if I was writing your article is that she's a scrappy little psychologist who followed her dream to the big city from a little backwater town called Boston. Yeah, the one in Massachusetts.
Okay, so Stansfield's getting Claire's name out to the press and helping publicize that sleepy town of Boston. Zach, how's that Claire Garletti website doing?
Great. It's been getting a ton of hits all week. I set it up so that you go right to it if you search for Claire Garletti, psychology, or chick-on-chick action.
The media is really gaga for this story. That was the Chelsea Seniors Roundup. They're going to feature Claire's name in this week's Jumble.
Guys, look at this. Claire got accepted to speak at one of the psychology conferences we submitted her to.
What? But this is huge. Oh, not to minimize the importance of your word search thing.
It's a jumble.
Claire's going to be able to present her paper in front of all her colleagues. This is going to really raise her profile. Hey, which paper did you send them?
Her study of twins.
Oh, that's a great read. I love how the whole time it's pointing to nature, then boom, nurture.
Look at us. We accomplished something. And it was the thing we actually set out to accomplish. Don't anybody move. I don't want to mess this up.
Oh, that makes sense. Darn.
Hi. I'm Keith Duran with the Jefferson High School Gazette. I wanted to ask you a few questions about being a psychologist.
Why are you asking me?
Because you're a psychologist.
Yeah, I know, but why me?
Because you're a psychologist. Wait, is this psychology you're doing on me now?
Yes, that'll be $75. No, Keith, I'm kidding. How did you get my name?
Well, my editor gave me your press release.
Press release? A leggy spitfire who plays by her own set of rules. Those guys... Keith, I'm sorry, there's not going to be an interview.
Oh, man, now I'm gonna get kicked off a newspaper. I really need the extracurriculars because I kind of fell asleep during the SATs. And I got kicked off the student council. God, I have to stay awake.
Here, you need this book more than I do.
Oh, Nancy Anderson, she's hot.
Yeah.
Is Claire in there yet?
Not yet, but any minute, group's about to start.
Oh, she's going to be so surprised when she sees all the big stuff we've been doing.
The flyers and the website.
It's a shame the Macy's parade turned down our idea for a large inflatable Claire.
Who's Mighty Mouse sleeping with to get that gig every year?
So what's the plan?
Well, we're going to tell Claire all we've done for her, and then she's going to say she doesn't deserve it, and we're going to say, of course she does. And then there are 6 possible things she could say to that.
What did you guys do?
7.
I am suddenly all over the press. This morning I was interviewed by a narcoleptic underachiever. Then I pick up the 3rd Avenue Shopper and I'm highlighted in the celebrity corner. My perfect Saturday is all about long, luxurious baths. And then at night, I hit the bars looking for Mr. Right, or at least Mr. Right now.
Sounded a lot more romantic when we wrote it.
Claire, we was just trying to get your name out there so you could be a big shot like that Nancy.
Just tell me what you did.
We submitted your paper to the New York Association of Psychologists, and they loved it.
That was totally inappropriate. Which paper did you send them? No, I don't want to know. Okay, tell me. No, I don't care. Okay, my paper on twins, right?
It's really good. You don't have to be a twin to enjoy it.
Although I kind of lost interest when I realized that none of them were evil.
Now, here's the best part. They have invited you to present your paper at their conference this weekend.
What? Oh, no.
And you accepted.
No. I can't do that. That is not going to happen. I hate public speaking. Now, come on, we're late for group.
Hang on. You should know this conference isn't the only speaking engagement we've lined up for you.
Well, I'm not speaking at any of them. I'm not good at it, and I refuse to humiliate myself in front of a room full of strangers.
This is what I was talking about when I mentioned other engagements.
Who are all these people?
Well, we really wanted you to get some exposure, so we handed out 1,200 flyers.
900. I threw mine in the bushes.
Oh, come on, you guys. You promised these people soup, didn't you? Or told them I was going to strip.
Of course not. Although, if you feel like you need a big finish, that's up to you.
Here is a copy of your twins' paper on 3x5 index cards.
The last card has a list of people you might want to thank.
Ladies and gentlemen, the meeting room at the top of the stairs is proud to present the psychological stylings of the most insightful human being ever born. Dr. Claire Garletti.
I'm sorry, I can't do this.
All right, saying it all with those lovely brown eyes, Dr. Claire Garletti.
You're probably asking yourselves, why should I vote for Claire Garletti to be junior class president? Instead, I say, ask yourselves, why shouldn't I vote for Claire Garletti to be junior class president? Remember, it's no coincidence that Claire rhymes with care. Sorry, I lost my place. Did I say the care thing? Remember when you cast your ballot in second period, except for people who have gym, and cast it in third period, vote for the candidate with real Puma spirit. Go Pumas, thank you.
Claire rhymes with care. Should have campaigned on the issues.
Overcoming your fear of public speaking, Chapter 3. Now that you've reflected on the roots of your fear, you're ready to rehearse your speech. Let's start by practicing in front of an audience of comforting objects from around your home. A picture of loved ones. A favorite stuffed animal.
Favorite stuffed animal. Oh, please. Like I could pick one favorite.
We came to apologize.
Is this a bad time? Are you in the middle of leading your paranoid plush toy group?
You wouldn't want me talking to them about you, would you?
Anyway, listen, we feel bad about having sprung all those people on you like that.
Well, good. You should. The truth is, I'm actually more mad at myself. I mean, I'm constantly on you guys about facing your fears, and yet I have one that I've been hiding from for 12 years.
That's nothing. I've got fears that are so old, they've grown up and raised fears of their own.
When I was a graduate student, I organized a symposium at NYU. Psychologists from all over the country attended, and I was the keynote speaker. But on the morning of the conference, I couldn't even get out of bed.
I get it. Too much drinking and not enough shrinking.
No, the thought of speaking in front of all of those people paralyzed me with fear. So Nancy stepped in and ran the conference. The head of the psych department was so impressed he gave her this huge research grant, and that launched her career.
Wow. That's a real Cinderella story. For Nancy. Not so much for you.
Guys, I am going to speak at this conference. I'm not going to chicken out again. Now, I have to rehearse my speech.
Well, let's hear it.
Oh, no, I'm doing this program where you practice in front of familiar objects that make you feel comfortable. That sounds crazy, huh?
Not in the least.
Not crazy at all.
No. We can sit real still and you can take us to bed.
All right, listen. Good luck with the speech.
You're gonna be great.
They're gonna love you.
This is the year you win the conference.
So long, guys.
She's dead.
The woman's talking to dolls.
It's gonna be a train wreck.
We never should have tried to help her.
All right, so what should we do now?
Yeah, because she's in pretty deep.
I think we have to help her.
Let's do it.
Look, Claire's frightened to speak in front of people, right? So we've got to find a way to build up her confidence.
Why don't we build her up by making her think she has a secret admirer?
That would do it. I've been getting these love notes from some mystery woman for a couple of weeks now, and it really makes me feel... Oh.
Sorry, it's just you seemed a little depressed lately.
I know what would give Claire confidence. What if we sit in the audience during her speech, so when she looks out, she'll see some friendly faces?
No, I don't know if that's such a good idea.
No, we could applaud politely and say, ah.
How would we know when to say ah?
When we hear other people say, ah.
Ah.
See?
I'm sorry, guys, but there is no way I'm going to sit in a room surrounded by shrinks, undressing my psyche with their eyes and treating my brain like a piece of gray meat.
Like anyone's looking at you when I'm in the room.
Bob, none of us is going to feel comfortable, but wouldn't it be nice to be there watching our little Claire like four proud papas?
They grow up so fast. Before you know it, they're as old as you are.
I'm serious. I don't mind shrinks if there's one of them and it's Claire. But if there's a bunch of them and almost none of them are Claire, no way.
Of course, if there's a bunch of them and all of them are Claire, that would freak me out.
However, further research is warranted into parent-child bonding and individuation in families with twins. Thank you. No, please, stop clapping. I mean it. Lammy, that means you. Ugh, how much harder can that be in front of actual people? Oh my God, much harder. These are stuffed toys.
So then the therapist says, "Madam, I said you have an antisocial personality disorder, not an affective mood disorder with suicidal tendencies. But thanks for the coffee."
Oh, wow. Dr. Friedland, he always kills.
Yes, he's very clever. So when am I speaking?
You're up next.
I can't follow this guy. I don't have anything funny. Well, I mean, I have an Olsen twins joke, but at best it's a smile.
A variety of paradigms are available.
Man, this is scary.
When we get in there, just act natural. And don't say anything about your mother.
You wouldn't believe what she said to me.
Come on, guys, I'm getting buggy.
Hey, don't draw attention to yourself. These guys are looking for any excuse to cut a sunroof in your frontal lobe.
All right, let's get in there.
Go.
Resulting from a
Go.
variety of
Go.
internal and internal.
Let me know how it goes.
The brain fluctuated in direct correlation to Polinsky's emotional variance standards. It's important to recognize gender and socialization in the diagnosis and treatment of mood disorders.
I know what you're thinking, and you're wrong. I am too capable of having a healthy relationship.
Was it not Catullus who long ago reminded us, odi et amo? Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Friedland, for the laughter and the tears. Our next speaker is Dr. Claire Garletti. Dr. Garletti comes to us from the small town Boston? Anyway, she'll be presenting her paper entitled A Cross-Cultural Perspective on Twins. Dr. Claire Garletti.
Hey, Claire.
Bob, what are you doing out here?
Well, we all came to show our support to you, but I sort of freaked out when I saw all those shrinks.
Oh, this is exactly what we've been working on in group. Not letting your fear control you. And we can talk about it more in the cab because I'm right in the middle of running away.
Claire, I have something I want to say to you.
Well, Bob, and I would love to hear it, but right now I really need to put some ground between me and that door.
Claire?
Okay, Bob, what is it?
Listen, when I was little, I was kind of a very nervous kid, and my mom would drag me from therapist to therapist, and they'd all frown and whisper in my mother's ear, and then they'd turn to me and they'd say, "Hey, you shouldn't worry so much." Boy, that made me worry even more, you know, and then I started worrying that I was worrying too much. Needless to say, I wasn't playing a lot of kickball. Anyway, pretty soon, just the sight of a therapist would just make me want to run screaming. And that's why it took me so many years to get the help that I needed, you know. If I hadn't been so afraid, I don't know, I would have been able to take a big step in my life a whole lot sooner.
Yeah, fear sucks.
Claire, listen. You're the first therapist I felt I could trust. Really. And it'd be a shame if the rest of the world didn't know how good you are.
Claire, we're waiting for you. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Bob, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Down! evening. Since the advent of psychoanalytic thought, the phenomenon of twins has remained an elusive mystery. Traditionally, it's been assumed that individuals who share a common genetic makeup would exhibit an identical cognitive process. However, a recent study conducted among groups
I see
of
you
Namibian
staring at my
women-
frontal lobe. My eyes are down here, pal.
Fellow students, teachers, Principal Galen, Webster defines president as one elected to preside over a group or body of people. This definition, while technically accurate, fails to address the myriad challenges facing our class. Cliques, sideburns for seniors, a better ventilated head for the mascot. And like the stuffy head of the mascot, our school too needs a breath of fresh air. It is no coincidence that Claire rhymes with air.